So here we are. We've made some plans. We're taking on some changes. We're moving and grooving. When all of a sudden we stop. We plateau. We miss that one morning of exercise and think to ourselves, I'll make it up tomorrow. And of course, tomorrow comes and goes, and so does the following day. We think to ourselves, hey, I quit smoking for 1 week. I should be able to mark that occasion. I'll just have one. And of course, one becomes two, and two becomes three. Listen, we both know what happens. We fall back into our old selves. We recreate our old habits and patterns. So how do we overcome this? How do we re-motivate ourselves to get back on board? Well, I had to give that question a lot of thought over the past couple of weeks as someone very close to me posed it to me. After, in fact, I myself started to lose motivation and started to fall off the path a bit. So what's the answer? Well, what I've come up with may just surprise you a bit, and in fact might be quite the opposite of what you're thinking right now. A while ago, I remember reading something that really struck a chord with me. The author, who was Buddhist, alluded to the fact that a lot of the stress we feel in life is as a result of a perceived separation we feel between who it is we think we are and who it is we would like to be. You see, we think ourselves of being overweight and create this perception, I'd so much like to be much thinner than I am right now, where I really wish I could stick to my diet. You see, this gap, this separation, this perceived various views of ourselves, it creates an unnecessary and unhealthy tension in our lives. As Christine Caine, the well-known mentor, points out, it's not about getting, it's about becoming. You see, in this sense, it's more of a meshing of the self-perceptions, the various self-perceptions that we have, into one distinct unit, into one distinct view of ourselves, rather than the various concepts of ourselves that we currently have. Suppose, hypothetically, for a minute, that there is, as quantum physics suggests, a multitude of universes. A multiverse, as the M theory proposes. In one universe, you're who you are right now, who you're looking at in the mirror, while in another, you're totally different. Maybe you are thinner in that particular universe. In another universe, you're with another woman. In another universe, you have a different job. You see, the variations are rather limitless when you actually think about it. Variations in your life and variations in the characteristics of who you are. It's as Robert Moody pointed out, the well-known author, it is possible that all things, all possibilities are happening simultaneously. Now, this is some heady stuff for a lot of people, and for other people it's pure science fiction, and really it doesn't matter because it's just serving to illustrate my point. And the point is that in theory the thin and physically fit you already exists. The non-smoking you is very alive and well right now, today. All you have to do is align yourself with these other universes, these other potentials, these various perceptions of yourself. You see, but instead what we do, of course, is we grapple with ourselves and we push to achieve this ideal and fight to accomplish that one, when in fact the real key internally is not to grasp and grab and battle internally, but rather to simply let go. Think about it. Even for us to stay stuck, it requires effort on our parts. We have to repel and resist that nagging thought that tells us to go work out. We have to mentally construct new processes to fill the time in which we could be exercising. We busy ourselves with the computer, TV, eating, any number of things. Contrary to what we might think, it actually takes effort to avoid doing what it is we should be doing. It takes mental thoughts and physical work to create and follow through with the distractions and diversions that keep us from the path that we know we should be on. In essence, we're very successful at being unsuccessful. But as Zen tells us, the real key to life is letting go so that the changes we would like to take place can take place. When you think about having that smoke and you're at the same time trying desperately not to have that smoke, that's what creates the anxiety. The stress is actually removed when you simply release the thought. Like a leaf floating down a river, we must allow the river's strength, the Tao, to be our own strength as it carries us with us. If we attempt to block the stream, the stream simply goes around us and creates its own path. So the key to getting remotivated is to stop fighting the internal war between who it is you think you are and who it is you would like to be, but instead align these various perceptions of yourself into one. Know that you already are thin. Think of yourself as already being that non-smoker. Empty your mind. Open yourself up. Let go. Stop blocking and release. And then simply allow the changes in your life to occur. Peace and love.